in facilities all day. But when you have a community and land where you can grow your own food, you're not poisoned by what they're trying to do to keep stuff, to keep the sustainability in a corporate measure of a matrix. When you're outside of that and you understand how to till the land, you got your own community, Texas, Georgia, St. Louis, Utah, like all these different places, we're trading, creating our own honeycomb of communities that are only trading with each other, almost like a in Oklahoma, you know, it's almost like that, a Black Wall Street, but it won't be in Oklahoma. It'll be in different territories where you're building communities, and these communities are only circulating money within the same communities. And the elders can help make that happen because they can look at each other and know just from the first meet and greet if this person is trustworthy or not. We don't have that ability to do that yet. My father used to always tell me that, and I scratch my head. I'm like, how do you know? He was like, I could tell from just the first meeting of a person, the personality. I was like, what? And I'm still trying to understand that. And on that, I yield the mic. But we do need the elders, and we do need a council.
So, in being fair, anybody want to comment on or give their viewpoint, or I guess alternative viewpoint or differentiating viewpoint on having a council for the YouTubers or the YouTubers that are prominent in the community that do a lot of speaking for the Atanchinus, the American Indians, the um, what other Aboriginals or the originals? Because I don't want to just make this a one-sided conversation. Everybody has the right to speak their mind. So, does anybody want to talk about that? Because Tadette had mentioned not only a council for elders, but also a council for those that have YouTube platforms. Anybody want to speak on that and tell me, say how they feel?
We can have we can have a digital YouTube council because that was brought up in one of the live streams. I think it was Chief Trauma Hawk. He brought that up and he was asking a question about having that type of council. I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I don't have any additional information on it other than it'll just be hard trying to figure out or pick people to be a part of that council, especially if it's like you're looking at it from the realm of 6 women and 6 men, if that makes any sense. So, like I said, I don't have a problem. It's just, I mean, we need to hear, other people's opinions. I yield the mic.
I only got one main question. A council to do what?
Thank you. You said it for me.
A council to do what? I mean, we on YouTube. What does a council on YouTube got to do with moving the agenda forward? A YouTube council?
People that's going to show what's going on in the communities, like how Coach is down there and Bones, how you're going to be down there with Chief Noya Mina. It's like y'all are going to be showing what's going on in the communities. I'm not talking about like a marketing scheme council, but people that's going to be in the community showing what, like what we're doing. Not everything, but at least showing what's going on in the communities. That's what I was referring to it as with a YouTube council or people that's actually doing. Because I mean, you, Bones, and Coach, y'all do a lot. Like, I kid you not. So if we were gonna have a council like that, you two would be my vote. That's what I'm getting at by that. I yield the mic.
Yeah. I understand what he's saying, Bone, but I don't see Bone. I mean, I don't see unless people get together and say, "Hey, we're gonna work together toward this cause, and this how we can work together, come to this cause."
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm
that's different.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that's about all I can see. A council is how we're gonna work together at a cause.
It would have to be for a cause.
Well, the elder is offering up 640 acres. And so the council is supposed to come together on how to divide up and how to, usurp the land. So, so that's what it's supposed to. That's what he's supposed to. I guess that's what he's talking about. But when I mean YouTube counselor, I don't mean like a bunch of people on YouTube. I mean the YouTube personalities, because that's who he's been watching. He's been watching everybody in the community. He even named people, by name who he's been watching. And so, he wanted to see us get together to do something with his land. And that's what he's trying to say.
The only problem I have, Ty, is we can't even get together to run resources to pay a damn light bill, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. How we gonna get the money to get together to run the resources down there on that land? We got to create some type of resources to go down there and do something. Can't go down there empty-handed. Maybe he got the land and can't do nothing with it. He's looking for somebody to come develop it. It's gonna take some money.
Well, we got to get the land first. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the land first, and then the resources. It's multiple streams. It depends on the individual who you're talking to, in order to and get the land.
I got you.
Huh?
No,
right.
The
land is the resource. Right. The land is the resource.
You're gonna have to go in there with somebody gonna have some check to go down there.
Chief, no,
right. I have some ideas. But my ideas only go about 100 and some acres. Anything past that, I just have I have some other ideas, but they're not strong ideas. They're just more like suggestions.
It's in between. You said it's in between Dallas and something else.
Right, it's Madison. It's over in the Madisonville area, right off I-45.
Well, put your racetrack out there.
Well, see, the thing is that he wants us to come together to figure that out. But see, he don't know that a lot of these YouTubers, they don't like each other.
Well, how about
because they're battering?
Ty.
Right, that's my only thing.
Ty, if that's the case, then you better off telling them the truth. Because you better off telling them the truth, and then let them make a decision trying to get a bunch of YouTubers that can't decide on what name they need to call themselves.
All right.
Versus some land.
Well, I just want to get it out there in the air, and I just want to give him a shot. Ty, because he did tell me.
Ty, how many shots have you given him? Let's be real. How many shots have you given?
Who?
The YouTube personalities. How many shots have they had? They've had numerous shots.
Oh, yeah, I don't really. Most of them, I don't know. Only one that he mentioned that I know is a Tonch's one on a more personal level. The rest of them, I heard about them. I don't know them. He got a dude named King Sidekick or whatever he got, and these other people. I don't even know them.
So Ty, this is my question. So we supposed to trust a council of people that we don't know, only got a YouTube name on, and they supposed to guide the future of everybody else?
No, it's supposed to be a council, so a council would have to know each other. So, we would have to get to know each other. We would have to get to work with each other. It's a process. It's a process we got to go through. Now my suggestion was the council of elders. That's what I'm suggesting. But he's the elderly guy. He been through a lot, and he likes to see us moving forward. And he mentioned to me that he would like to see us get together. He don't have that much time, and so I would like to make an effort to try to even without him to see if we can even get something like that. Now me, I have my doubts, but I do have hope as well.
Okay,
and far as getting to know people,
improbable.
Can I? Let me see.
Right, I'm in the same. Right, I'm in the same boat as everybody else. Like it sounds good, but I don't know.
Can y'all let Chief know you mean you speak, please? Because she's had her hand up for the past 7 minutes. So
sorry, Chief.
Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Sorry, Elder.
Oh, no. I took it down because I just was in and out for a minute. But the only thing that I can attest to it is the fact that We need places that we can make communities. That's a lot of land. The councils wouldn't be just one council, in my opinion, because I'm still trying to get people to come and help me with what's already set up. So it's a hard thing to go and talk about messing with something that ain't nothing set up when people can't even see the picture, and you got 3,000 people in a community, you got 3 sets of apartments, you got a store, you got a hospital, you got everything, schools, and people can't see the vision there. How can they see the vision of a piece of land? You know, so only thing I can say is this: I'm still trying to get a council, which it's because I fell sick, and you know, I ain't blaming it on nobody. It's my fault, you know. But we still gotta have councils like farming. If you're gonna do the farm, you gotta have a farm and a council for farming. You gotta have who gonna break the food down, what we're gonna do there. So it's a lot of councils. Not just one council we need, because we're a lot of people that has not had any council. You know, we coming out of all kind of worlds. So we just need to understand we need a lot of councils, not just one. And we got buildings, we got stuff already set. We need workers to work on that, because people ain't gonna see a vision tie, I'm sorry, with a bunch of land unless you do put a racetrack out there, some type of entertainment, you know. That's my stance on that.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna yield the mic. I've worked with all different types of personalities. I work with people from incomes of $10 a year to $10 billion a year. And this is one thing I know. I know people. I know how they operate, and I know how they move. I know what they're trying to do when they're not trying to say something. I know what they're trying to do when they are trying to say something. This is what I've seen in not just this community, but all types of communities. Anytime you have a situation where there is land and there is nothing established, people who want to lead, who want to be leaders, they're more prone to do that, because then they don't have to worry about nobody telling them what to do. See, what it boils down to is you have some YouTube personalities, and I say some, not all, that want to be in charge. That's the reason why I feel personally, I can't prove it, but this is what I feel. This is the reason why some people are staying away from attaching to existing tribes, because those tribes already have rules and policies and procedures in place. And if you can't be a chief if there's already a chief sitting. You can't be on a council, there's already a council that exists. So it's easier if you want to lead to set up your own council and get your own land. So, I mean, you know, that's the way I look at it. And if I'm wrong, you know, it won't be the first nor the last time I'm wrong. But this is what I'm saying from an outsider's perspective, and basically looking. Because at the end of the day, like Chief No Umina says, there are at least 500 tribes out there that need help. So there's 500 tribes out there that need help, and then people want to go out there and do their own thing. What's that basically telling you? They have no intentions on helping. They want to start their own, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, state the intentions. Don't act like you can't find your tribe, or don't act like you can't trace your lineage when, you know, there are tribes out there that can trace people's surnames back to the 1300s. If anybody want to doubt me on that, bring your money in your life, and I can prove it. I yield the mic.
And I will add to that real quick. I just want to say what my father used to tell me. This was his wisdom. If a man can't work for you truthfully for $2, what makes you think he's going to work truthfully and faithfully for you for $20, 30, 40, 50, yet alone 600 acres of land? So that's why I was saying what I was saying as far as like with YouTube or digital or anything like that. There are people who are doing the work, you know, or at least trying to motivate people to do things, you know, like Coach and Bones. You know, like they're literally trying to motivate people to get up off their, you know what, you know, to get moving. So that's the only thing that I just wanted to bring to the forefront, you know, like the wisdom of my father. If a person can't work faithfully for $2, what makes you think they're going to work faithfully making $20, 30, 40, 50? Everybody has an agenda. There's nothing wrong with agendas, but you have to have the wisdom to see what people are trying to do and what they're trying to prove, and if it's going to benefit or cause a virus to a community that's trying to build. And I yield the mic on that. Sorry, Coach.
No, you good. All I wanted to say about, I just try to look at it as this. If we can't come together and run a YouTube show and follow rules, ordinances, make sure that all the fines, anything that need to be paid to keep these shows running, if we can't do these small things and come together, we shouldn't be trying to move on nowhere else. We got to get together where we got this little program that we got and how we all met. We need to work and put this together and structure it together so we can start preaching to the choir. I mean, it's more than, there's a lot of people on the panel every day. So it's not just me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of us. A lot of people, like, I don't do the editing right with the description box or the title. I'm not, you know, someone else say I'm not doing it right. Hey, raise your hand up and do it, because, you know, I got a lot on my plate as well. We need to try to come up with some type of something. If we all want to be part of something, we all need to start acting like we're part of something. Just start coming together on the weekends and talking.
And excuse me, Coach. I was just saying that come on now, don't get it twisted. I do not know everything, of course. But like I said, I'm willing to, you know, I got some seeds, you know, I'm going to be, you know, donating some seeds, you know, people are going to be doing construction and everything. And I definitely can help with the appearance of, you know, things on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Lorraine, ain't nothing I'm talking about had nothing to do with what you got going on. Everything you got, I even got some things. Oh, let me finish. We need to get your address. We put some folks that had sent me some things for you. We're going to send it to you. It's a whole bunch of crayons and pencils and ink and paint and stuff like that. So we got to get your information and get it to you. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's like, it's not about what you can do. It's just like, I mean, it is, but it ain't. It's like, me and Bones come on 4 to 10:30. Sometime we'll run it over. All right.
Yeah.
And if someone wants, like, no one else is contacting and say, hey, I got this, I already did a video, can you play my video for me? Or, you know what I'm saying? No one has put it in the email, or no one contacted Bones. I'm talking about with videos, like, anyone can take your phone and do a video, like, or if they want to, you know what I'm saying? If they had something they wanted to talk about, at least give somebody the information, or, you know, anything that can be helpful to pushing us forward. Oh no, that's all.
Yeah, I'm just saying I can very well help with certain things, and we're talking about this community in Texas, this area in Texas.
No, we're talking about your community and where you live at. Let's take care of home first. We ain't.
I know. I'm doing that.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, we're looking at 600 acres of land. We need to look at the 60 people we talk to every day. Like, we're here to get awareness out. I don't want to keep talking to the same 50 people every day. I'm trying to talk to some people that don't know nothing, that can ask questions and y'all answer them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure out a way to get up out the just seeing the same folks. Like, it ain't even about the views, but it's about the awareness. That's the whole point. I'm here is to try to figure out a way to get millions of people to start knowing they Aboriginal. That's all I'm trying to do. That's it.
That's why I'm also doing the thing. I'm talking to my family. I got friends around.
Hey, Coach.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
you know, I know you know Bones been dishing out. You guys been working hard, but there's a lot of people out there that hate, and I know you know that, and I know you feel that they hate. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta understand that we on our own. Ain't nobody gonna help us. Ain't gonna be no help. We gonna end up having to do it. And then once they see something shiny and pretty, they gonna come crawling in like, hey, what up, Bones? What up, Coach? Man, I remember you guys first started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I got you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know that I got you, and I appreciate it.
No, it's not even that. If I can say something for a minute.
Go ahead, Bones. You got the mic. Go ahead.
We have to start being honest, all right, and have these conversations people avoid. What Coach said, people got to really look at that. If we can't organize together to run a basic show, we got no business talking to nobody but no land. Because you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what are really we gonna do? We're gonna take an opportunity and blow it. See, first of all, we gotta crawl before we start living out these big dreams. If we can't take what we're doing right now and organize this amongst ourselves to get this to be a lot more accessible to people who want the information, who want to learn, anything beyond that, we playing games. And we got to start being honest. You get what I'm saying? I mean, like, if we don't organize and structure this right, what are we really doing?
Wasting money and time.
That's it. You get what I'm saying? So the first thing that we need to start doing, everybody who's serious, we got to come together, form structure, set an organizational rule, start moving this that way. Or if not, ain't nothing gonna get done. We all wasting each other time every day. I got nothing else to say towards it.
And I'm
Well, I look at it like I look at it like we still venting. We still trying to figure out who's about it and who's not. So that's the process I see us in, because only a certain amount of people is going to make it through the net, and everybody else is going to get caught up in the net. And so I feel like, we stuck right there. But once we get our tools infused and people that can make it out that net, it's, then we can make it, we can go to the next step. But
that's why the whale was designed that way.
Right, but that don't mean we shouldn't be prepared. That don't mean we shouldn't still, have dreams and or plans, or we shouldn't prepare for when we do get the people that's going to make it through. Because a lot of people ain't going to make it through the net.
So Ty, do me a favor. Let me say this right quick. At the end of the day, I've worked with people that do real estate, both commercial and residential. One of the first things they say to people when they're trying to get involved in the real estate game, they say you want to get involved in real estate close to home because that's where you're at.
That's right.
They discourage people from doing real estate deals outside of their state. Why? Because of location and accessibility, which goes back to what Coach and Bones was saying. This is something I can tell you. I got 300 people that I could actually, on my word, I could convince them. Listen to what I'm telling you. I can convince them to get on to a Tribe Up and be on the video and listen religiously every day. But at the end of the day, the first question that always comes is, how well do you know these people? Do you know their first names? How often do you have conversations with them? They know me. The people that I can put on the people I can put on these calls, and I know there are people here that probably could do the same thing. So I'm not saying something that don't nobody have the capability of doing. But from the people that I talk to, they want to know who I know. They want to know you as people. They don't do icons. They don't do fake names. They do real people. So if they don't know you, they're not getting on nothing. And if I put them on, and if I show them the platform is unruly, and there's people making racial comments, that's going to reflect bad on me. And this is one thing I know. Ain't nobody on this panel paying me for jack. So with that being said, until stuff get right, I'm not putting anybody in contact with anybody. And I drop the money.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I was saying. But it's a process to make it through that. So we can't say this is how we're going to be for the rest of our lives. This is how this group does. It's a moment in time of where we at right now. So in this moment of time, we have to get rid of the icons. We have to make it through that. So once we make it through that, there still should be plans in place once that is done with. So we are stuck in a time where we don't know who the fuck is who. You got all these icons, you got all this, you got people coming in, people coming out, you got beef, you got all that out. But that's not going to be forever. At least that's what I believe. I don't believe that I'm going to be here, 40, 50 years old trying to figure out and get to know who a person is. You see what I'm saying? Because those who's not going to make it, they're just not going to make it. So I don't even put those in my equation, because I already know the majority of the people is not going to make it. So I'm just worried about the tools and fuse that is, and once we do make it, how we gonna roll, where we going, what we gonna do, what's our plan? You see what I'm saying? Because these two, I'm not,
So I don't even give that too much energy.
I feel what you're
because
saying.
I already know majority people ain't gonna make it to the next stage.
We got to
I look
separate
at
the
it as
digital and the natural. That's what
When
we
y'all
got to
say
do.
naturally, what you were just saying, it got to be naturally from the internet to naturally. It start right there out your front
Face to face.
door, just right there out your front door.
Right, coach.
You see every day the people that's walking homeless ain't got nothing to eat and everything else. That's where it started at. Like he said, close to home. Because there ain't nobody about to be, I mean, not me. I'm not going to say, I mean, I'm not going to talk for everybody else, but the movement tech, when you say land, it's like, oh man, all that land out there, I can make something shake. And that's what I want is land, but I'm here. That's there. I got to pack. You still going to need money. I need money to pack up, move, leave, and all that stuff getting ready. All that money, I'm getting ready to go leave, to go do something nowhere where I need to be at where it's at, where all the drama at, where the folks getting locked up at, where folks' kids getting snatched, and everything else. That's where I need to be. So me going there would be a bad idea because it takes me away from the people that need me the most. So that's why I will have to decline that. My goal is to get it right here and show everybody else how I got it right here and help everybody else get it right like we got it right. That's my goal.
And coach, that's why I brought up, history repeating itself. Like a lot of people don't pay attention to the history. Like when you start looking into the head right systems, when it comes to the different lands, they had to move people to those lands. Now, I'm not saying that's going to operate in 2019, but when you go back and you research history, look at how those operations were put in place, the laws that were passed, things that were once statutes and codes, stuff that TMH understands. And like he was saying with real estate, I mean, that's a perfect point right there. And then on top of that, establishing different head right systems, these people had to move families that were established to these lands with people who knew how to do what? Till the land, chop down all that lumber, build houses, build infrastructures, do all of this. You had people who were educated. They had people that could move with them to do these things. 60 people are not going to go to Texas with 640 acres of land and figure that out. So he makes a solid point. Go ahead.
Right. But we need to know how to separate our personal goals from our cultural goals.
Let me say this because I'm gonna paint a picture for y'all so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. I'm the type of person that I like to talk to people away from YouTube. I want to know what your background is because what I found is that people on these YouTube sites have some very diverse and integral backgrounds that can assist with what we're trying to accomplish. I'm going to repeat that again for those that didn't hear me. There are people in these YouTube streets or on these panels that have some very intricate backgrounds that can assist with what we're trying to do. So much so that we could actually have a positive impact on not only the tribes that are looking to find their own, but the existing tribes and take them totally away from government assistance. But if don't nobody talk to one another outside of YouTube and don't nobody know what other people know, and all we trying to do is create our own thing and create these alliances on YouTube to get some change for Facebook, then we're not gonna go anywhere. What I'm trying to explain to y'all is there are plans in place as we speak that can expedite people getting land all over the United States. But because don't nobody talk to nobody and everybody got their own agenda, it's just gonna stay fragmented. So just because, like Ty always says, just because you don't hear what people are talking about, that don't mean people ain't talking, and that don't mean people ain't working. That's the reason why I always encourage doing stuff in their own backyard, talking to the people that they have access to, because those people know you. And to address what IMU asked me before, not everybody is in a position to do that. I understand that. So I'm not talking about those that are not in a position to do that. I am talking to the people that are in a position to do that, that choose for whatever reason not to do it. So, you know, I'm not talking about you unless it's you. So, you know, I'm gonna relinquish the mic.
Right. And I know everybody, you know what I'm saying, we all got our own personal goals, you know, like we all got our own personal goals, but we have to be able to separate our personal goals from our cultural goals, because my personal goals is nobody else's responsibility. I don't expect anybody in this room to help me with my own personal goals or help me do anything that I do on my own personal, you know what I'm saying, on my own personal will. Now, we do have, you know, a cultural responsibility. And, you know, so, you know, as us having a cultural responsibility, we also have to be able to think in a cultural manner. Because if each one of us have the mentality that, nigga, this is me, I'm worrying about me, and then we're not going to be able to do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Because I know everybody has their own personal goals. I have my own personal goals too, but I don't talk about them, and I don't, you know, bring it up or pin it on other people. You see what I'm saying? But my cultural goals, you know, we're dealing with, you know, communications, getting our own communications towers and things like that. That's all cultural. So I would bring that up because I feel like, okay, this is to benefit my culture, and this is for me. You see what I'm saying? And so, and I don't expect everybody to, you know, to do that. But if we can at least have a, you know, a separation from, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is what I going to contribute to my culture. If we can at least make the distinction, you know, between, you know, both, I believe we, you know, the conversation and the different angles we look at certain stuff will probably go a little more better. Because I mean, he's offering the land for free. It's an oil rich land. It has, you know, it's an oil rich land. Now I have land. And so, you know, and I'm going to talk to him, and, you know, and I'm going to try to do what, you know, what he asked. And if it don't work, it don't work. But he, you know, that's up to them. You know what I'm saying? If they going to come and get this land, they going to come and work this land. That's on them. But it's not too far from the port. There is a like a Navigation or something. There is a port over there as well, you know. So that's right up. That's, you know what I'm saying. Me personally, that's right up my alley. Whether it's cultural or personal, I mean, I feel blessed, you know, that he will come, you know, to us out of all the established people and all the, you know, people in the community, that, you know, he would say, okay, I'm gonna contact this group versus everybody else. I feel blessed. And I also believe that once everything start working out, other people are probably going to start offering up land as well. But I'm gonna try to listen, because it's cold as hell out here. We got -12 out here, so I'm gonna still try to listen. Oh, shit.
Again, from what I understand, Ty, you want people to separate their personal goals from the goals of whatever tribe, which is cool, and I totally agree. Whenever I get on this call, whenever I talk about Indians, Atanches people, Aboriginals or regional people, I don't have any personal agendas. Like I've mentioned many times, I'm gonna mention again for those that don't know. My kids have property. I have property. I'm worth more dead than I am alive. So I don't need anything, and I'm not asking for anything. So at the end of the day, anything that I do is to help. I don't have any goals to get wealthy from this. My goal is nothing more than to help. If this would be my last call, me and Miles are going to be straight. With that being said, I don't have any personal agendas. Every agenda that I have is to help not just the tribe that I'm a part of, but any tribe, period, point blank, in discussion. So hopefully everybody understands it, and they accept it. If you don't, I mean, you know, there ain't nothing I can do about that.
It's not a personal agenda. It's a personal goal. You know what I'm saying? Like things you want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Not like a hidden agenda, but things you want to accomplish, you know, for yourself and for your family. Like we all have.
Like I said, me and Miles are good. So with that being said, And here's the thing I don't think really people who are really following tribal culture really understand. Tribes don't make decisions in a vacuum. They have councils. The councils make decisions. Period, point blank in the discussion. Tribes make decisions. A person doesn't. People misunderstand what a chief is. They think chiefs choose themselves. Chiefs don't choose themselves. The council is chosen, then the council chooses the chief, and then the council replaces the chief. Chiefs are nothing more than figureheads. They speak on behalf of the chiefs. So I say that to say this. People are talking like Indian talk, but they don't even know what Indians talk about because they don't do any research on what Indians do and what they've done. There is no independent decision made by Indians or tribes. It has never been that way. Never. So with that being said, everything that we're going to do is going to be done from a tribal standpoint or from a council standpoint, which is the reason why I'm saying your tribe is going to start, and Chief Holiday said this, at home. That's your first tribe. That's where you got to start. And then once you get done with your house, now you got your neighborhood. Once you get done with your neighborhood, now you got your community. After your community, you got your county and your city. After your county and your city, then your regional. Your state, and then regional. So that's what needs to be done. That's what's going to help these YouTube channels grow. Because you'll be able to have more influence over the people that you deal with locally than you have on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know anybody out here, personally. I have more influence over the people that come in my office. I have more influence on the people that come in my house. I have more influence on people that I'm in partnership and I'm in business with. So, if I'm saying something that's wrong or inaccurate, I yield the mic to listen to opposing views.
Hey, peace to everybody. Alito, Asayo, peace and love to everybody. I'm definitely enjoying the build, man. I don't really have. I'm like I said, I feel like everybody has different. They're in different positions in life, so everybody gonna have different outlooks on it. I don't think Thomas is saying anything.
That's my last one. I cannot afford to make this.
But I also know too that it's about. Ty said this before. It's about us building rapport with each other and building trust. Because we've also seen people abuse each other or people online. So a lot of times people are protecting their families, and and a lot of us are putting ourselves out there, and we get attacked. In the media and in these YouTube streets. So we gotta be careful, man. I think we do gotta get off YouTube and really start executing some of these plans that we said last year. So that's where I'm at with it, man. So I'm gonna step my game up. And that's it for me, So I'm having some phone issues right now, so I don't have a phone, but I got this little loaner, so y'all can hit me up at 702-718-2013. That's my business line. It's always on. Holla at your boy. Let's get it. Peace and love to everybody.
Appreciate that, Chief. TMH. And that's the one reason why I brought up that information last week when it goes into cyber activity, the rise in cyber crime, cyber threats, and all of that other information. So it's like we're trying to do so many different things that we don't realize that we have to take our history, we have to take our past and our present, and we got to infuse it with the current technology. Like what Ty was talking about. Like with the elders, getting them up to speed with the technology and stuff like that. Yeah, man, cyber is a big thing. So I can see why people would want to kind of hide their identities. But once we get to know each other, there's no reason why a person should or feel the need to hide themselves from building a structure or a community, with each other. But I do understand why people do that, whenever you understand how cyber works. And I yield the mic on that.
And Lil Yosh, you brought up some very good points. And there are people who have YouTube icons that I've personally talked to. I know who they are. I'm not going to disclose them, but I know who they are. We've talked, we've had conversations outside of YouTube. I have a better understanding of it. I know what they do when they're not on YouTube. I know their first name and their last name. So I'm not saying from the standpoint of exposing people's name on YouTube. That's why I said pull them to the side, get off of YouTube. And I'm sure you talk about the same thing. Find out who people are. And then once you start to know who people are, you can get a better sense of being able to trust them and looking at, whether this is somebody that has the same values and the same viewpoints. Again, there are people here, even on this call, that have different viewpoints as far as how a tribe is going to be directed. And that's fine because everybody has that right. Some people feel that doing a genealogy is important, but after you do your genealogy, you might not like the tribe that you assigned to. You might want to get with another tribe. That's fine. Some people feel that there's no need to do genealogy because they're autochthonous and they just want to go either find a tribe or get with somebody else that has a tribe or be a part of Confederate. That's fine. And then there's those that's like, okay, genealogy, find my tribe, and then help the tribe. That's all fine and dandy. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is pick your lane. Get in that lane and help those that are going in that same direction. Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to sit here and be bashing somebody because they don't want to be federally recognized, or I'm going to be bashing somebody because they only want to be state recognized, or they are state or federally recognized, and they want to pull out the system, how does that make me any better than the Pan-African? I'll answer the question. It doesn't. Because I'm wasting my time, my energy telling them how they should live their life. It's their life, not mine. So
bingo.
That's the reason why my mentality is this. Find the lane that you're going to go in. Get with those people going in that same lane, and then work from a local standpoint to gather the people. Because if you work from where you're at and go outward, you'll have a larger YouTube platform. You'll have a larger personal relationships, and you'll have a lot more political presence and stance, or population presence and stance, if that's what you choose. But you're going to have it if you start at home first. And that's my 2 cents. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Hey, peace to everybody, man, just coming in on the call. Yeah, man. I think it's dope. Is there any subjects? Is there a specific subject that we're talking about today?
I know from last week we were there was a situation as far as the hangouts and putting together or releasing the information from the standpoint of who wants to help with what, who wants to be a part of what, whether it's the history, indigenous history, whether it's the law, whether it's genealogy. So what we had proposed was IMU had put together all of the groups, the different groups and different categories people could fall into, so that whenever there's an update, it can be put into those hangouts. I don't know if he had the opportunity to do that by reaching out to you, Ty, and Libra Sun. So that was one of the things I wanted to follow up on. And I know that Ty Data was talking about the website where people can actually put down what times that they have available. I don't know if you can see my screen. It's https://www.cognitofilms.com/5_5000 elite universal media time slot sign up. And what that time slot sign up allows them to know, them being Holiday, Ty Data, and Libra Sun, and all those that are helping, like Bones and Coach, is what days and times that you're available to assist, and what skills or assets or what you're willing to do. Because at the end of the day, Holiday, Bones, Coach, and all them, and I know, and I saw that Empress Holbert, there are a lot of channels going up, and people are visiting the channels, but they need help. They can't do everything by themselves. These people are actually putting in hours, and they're not getting compensated for those hours, or they're not getting compensated based off of the work that they're investing, and they need help. And so this link needs to be, promoted and shared so those that want to help or are able to help, whether it's with time, input, or some form of data, can help. But if you don't fill out this information and this information is not spread out so people can know that it's available, then these channels are going to be lacking in content and lacking in resources. And it's going to stifle even the internet presence that's had. So I wanted to bring that forward. So IMU or Ty, if has anybody reached out to IMU or have y'all ever been able to get that taken care of to at least start being able to put people in categories as far as what they want to do versus what they don't want to do, and I'll yield the mic.
I haven't heard anything, but in the meeting, I seen a little something, but not really much. I don't know what nobody got going on, to be honest with you. Not like I'm trying not to find out what folks got going on, but I'm available all day to probably about 6, 7 o'clock in the evening when I go to bed. And sometimes I do stay up, but most of the time I'm asleep. But other than that, I ask people for input all day on the radio. If it's anything you like to see promoted, we love what they call it, constructive criticism, something that we can work on. I take all that. So if someone got something to say it could be better, just let us know.
Now I know that Rachelle has stepped up. She's sent her information in. She's reached out to you guys. So I know she's doing it. She's even got someone listening on the call. So, she's embodying what I'm talking about as far as, putting your efforts where putting your efforts in where your mouth is. So she's doing that. I'm scheduled to speak to IMU either this evening or tomorrow. I've spoken to Bones.
I need to reschedule.
I know, bro. It's all good. I wasn't saying it to call anybody out. I'll just let people know what people.
No, I've been talking. I've been saying it all week. I'd be like, man, I got to get with TNA. But yeah, I get with you.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the people that are on this call aren't the challenge. They're not the issue. It's one of those situations like preaching to the choir. So,
No, when I say that, I'm not saying in a bad way because
I got you. Yeah,
we got our group of people that come. Right.
But at the end of the day, in order for this to work and for this to grow, and I'm going to continue to beat this drum and this is, I know Bones is doing this. I know Coach is doing this. I know Chief Noyamina is doing this. I know Rachelle is doing it. I'm sure others are doing it. I'm just telling you who I know is doing it. At the end of the day, it's, you're going to get more input. You're going to get more help if you start locally. Because
right.
People that you see, because you have influence over those people. So that's all I'm saying. To grow it, as Lil says, organically, and then introduce those people to the channel so they can actually start listening. And then there may be somebody that has yet to hear the Tribe of News, or who have yet to hear Holiday, or who's yet to hear Tribe Up, or who's yet to hear Empress Hope. And I think there's a couple other channels. There may be people who have yet to hear these individuals that may spark them to want to help and be able to add assistance. So by us, going out there and talking to these people and then and expose them to it, I mean, that could definitely help. Chief Noyamina, go ahead and you got the mic.
I just wanted clarifications because I was unaware that this was a call that you should be having guests on. So I need that understood. So I will know that. I thought this was a business per se type of call for the 5,000 Elite. So I need some clarification on that. And for as contents and information that I find, I always kind of send mine through my phone to Coach.
Yeah, she do.
And if I could get Bones direct, some kind of way, because that's how when I'm researching, I just pop it wherever I can. So, and also to Chief, I try to send him contents, but I just need a little clarification. Thank you. I'm mute.
Okay, so as far as the classification goes, only thing I can tell you is when I first set this call up, it was to initially discuss governance, putting things in proper order, getting things organized, and to assist people with whatever needed to be assisted from a organization standpoint. It has since morphed into that. I'm the facilitator, so whatever it is that Holiday and Ty Data, Libra Sun, Bones, and Coach will want this call to be, I have no problems with that. So I just roll with the flow, if that makes sense. I'm just facilitating, so I don't run it. I just sometimes I got the biggest mouth and I speak the fastest. So hopefully that helps, Chief.
On the last call, I was informed that we could bring some people, especially the fact is that I had been talking to, there's my mother and my sister and, just a few people. And I knew that my mother would be a good person to, get in the call. And so she would be rightfully so, somebody that could understand something a little bit more. And like I said, from the get-go, she was on my side with some things, a lot of things, So that's why I did that, too.
Welcome, Mother. Welcome.
Hey,
Yes,
Mama,
indeed. And I appreciate you explaining that because I
always invite your mamas.
I will now I will know I can have some people on the call too that will be very, working with this situation. Thank you so much, Sister Rachel. Hi, Mom.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Vanetta Taylor, and I've been
the First Lady.
In Florida since, 86. My hometown is Detroit, really. But I'm interested. I just need to listen more to what you're trying to plan, or is it just a tribe, different culture of people to come together, whereas they have, different, I'll say hobbies or different things that they come in and be able to do, and somebody be over that. Is that what you are, talking about? So I would just need just a little bit more information, what you're trying to do, and be able to understand how, if I don't go to Texas, how would I be able to establish something down here in Florida, where I live at?
That's a great question, and that's what this call and many other calls have been put in place to do or to decide. So I could give you a brief synopsis, and anytime, and it's for anybody that's on the call, anytime I run astray, please do not hesitate to correct me because I don't know everything. With that being said, at the end of the day, we are a group of people who have discovered recently or have known for a while that we are indigenous to this land, autonomous to this land, meaning we were here first, meaning that we are the Aboriginals or the original people, whether you want to choose to call their title Indians, autonomous, Native Americans, whatever title you want to use to indicate that we were here before the colonizers got here. There's enough information, there's enough proof, there's enough people that have done the research to support that information. It's been backed by Library of Congress with that information. It's been backed by business records from ships with that information. So there's a lot of information that we have access to support that. Where there is a branching off is what to do once we have this information. What do I mean by that? there are 3 schools of thought that I have noticed. And if there's more, please let me know. Or if I'm oversimplifying, please somebody correct it. One school of thought is, okay, let's do our genealogy, find out who our ancestors are through their family tree. You know, starting with your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents. You know, find out who your ancestors are so you can find out who you are. Then find the tribe that they came from. And then once you find the tribe that they came from, get that verified with the tribal leaders who actually do their genealogy and can verify that. Once that happens, depending on the tribe, those tribes are going to either be state recognized, federally recognized, or they're not recognized at all. But that doesn't exclude them from being a tribe. Then depending on how the tribe operates and what their bylaws stipulate, you will have the opportunity to be a tribal member after it's been proven that you are from that family tree based off of your surname. That's one school of thought. Second school of thought is you do your genealogy, find out who you are, find out who your parents are, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, so forth and so on. Find out the tribe that you belong to. You just may want to just know what tribe you were a part of or where your family comes from. But that doesn't mean that you want to be a part of that tribe. If that's the case, there are organizations that basically are set up that you can go visit. They have a web presence, or they're online and they can direct you to physical locations where people are actually already have their land, they have their governance, and they're welcoming people who, quote unquote, either don't have a tribe or want to be a part of an up-and-coming tribe or a tribe that's in existence that is not recognized or doesn't want to be recognized. Okay? That's the second train of school of thought. The third school of thought is for those that have no intentions, for whatever reason, it's their right to not find out what tribe they belong to, and they just want to find a group or organization or a tribe that they can be a part of to help that tribe get governance and either that's already in existence or start their own tribe. So what we're in the process of doing, which I've been trying to help facilitate, is determining who wants to do what, who wants to be part of what road, and moving forward from there. So hopefully that helps, and I will yield the mic to let anyone speak to correct anything that I've said, misspoken, or I have missed.
Hi. Everybody don't know me. I'm Chief Holiday. I say, well, one thing I know Ty talks about the 5,000 elite being separate from, because there's people in the 5,000 elite that are not. I'm not saying that they're not thinking about a tribe, but they're only in the 5,000 elite for business. So it's kind of a twofold thing. I think this call was kind of set up for is the business side of it also. And I think, I want to focus more on that this quarter, you know, so actually this year, and build some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the tribe stuff is cool. I'm with all that, but I'd rather start putting some zeros in everybody's bank accounts. So that's kind of my focus, to be honest. That's another school of thought. I know I am. I'm cool. Now how can I build and help everybody else build? So my goals are kind of tribal goals. They're kind of one and the same. My family goals, tribal goals, we all family. Yeah, so that's kind of my perspective on us getting together. And okay, perfect example. We got guys in DC, right? So we'll get a guy like Creek, shout out to Creek if you listening. He came in, he from DC. We linked him up with other people in his own city. You see what I'm saying? And then they could start literally building right there in the city that they're in. And we can help. So you're in Florida. You might not have let's just say you might have many resources, right? But you might not have the one resource that you need, that somebody outside the market that might be able to help you inside your market. So that's kind of why I'm on that economic empowerment. For me, is power. So we can say, okay, these are the moves that we can make as a community, because we have the war chest to do it. We can build anywhere. We could buy anything. We could take anything. And we can influence everybody because we got the truth. I think that's kind of keeping it simple. Everybody get richer and live trying. You know what I'm saying? That's just it, man. I don't know nothing else. Full speed ahead. No brakes. So yeah, that's the goal. I relinquish the mic.
Appreciate that, Chief. That's a mighty goal that's been set in place, and it's been a long time coming. But you know, in the words of Sam Cooke, that change, that's basically what we're doing. Not to sound like Barack Obama or anything like that, but the one thing that I'm looking at is the land. Like, I come from a history of tillers who tilled the land. Now, this might sound crazy, but you know, I'm an 80s baby, and I was like the last of that dying breed before that technology came out, before you had automatic cotton machines, automatic tobacco strippers and stalks and all these other different things. We would literally have to go, you know, column to column to column to column, stripping that tobacco off the stalks, loading it on the back of a tractor, and the tractor moves to the next groove. Once we load it fully up, send it all the way to the end of that field, unhitch that trailer, another tractor gets it, takes it to X, Y, and Z. Now, I'm not trying to prolong the time. So basically what I'm getting at is this. I understand how the land once worked and operated, and then I understand how they infused sanctions and laws against people growing different crops and properties on their lands, to the point where you could only get seeds from this corporation or that corporation and all of this other different stuff. We never dealt with that in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi. Like, the family ate and grew our own foods. Then out of nowhere, you can't grow food on your land without a license. Where did this come from? So fast forwarding to now, 2019, you have a whole digital network. You have a whole new way of networking with people, but the problem is everyone is hidden in disguise, and that's understandable when it comes to cyber crime, cyber threats, and people using your IP addresses to figure out where you actually live, because your IP address is actually like your address. It's your digital address to where you live, and people can find these things. So my skill set and my point is trying to make sure that as we maneuver and make businesses or whatever that it is that we decide to do, that, you know, the infrastructure is safe. You know, people are safe because there are people out there that pay people, not private investigators, but they can pay cyber investigators to find out who you are. So keeping, you know, people's information private and safe is one of the qualities that we have to look into as well. And on that, I relinquish the mic, but at the same time, we still need to build an infrastructure right here going forward on what it is that we need to do.
So I think, at the risk of saying, we've probably confused the woman more than we've helped, which is the reason why it's very important for people to decide which category they fit in. Holiday's category is enrichment and empowerment, economic enrichment and empowerment. Now, as simple as that sounds, you're talking to somebody who does business in all 50 states and some international business. It ain't as simple as it sounds, because you're talking about business on a local level. You're talking about business on a for-profit, non-profit, private foundation, state to state, country to country. So when you say economic empowerment, depending on the state, the county, and yes, even the tribe, will determine what that economic empowerment looks like. Give you a case and give you an example. There are certain entities that could be set up in Virginia that are beneficial, that wouldn't be beneficial in Nevada. Or that would be beneficial in California, that wouldn't be beneficial in Texas. Or that would be beneficial in Texas, but not beneficial in New Jersey. So the reason why I put it into those categories that I stated was because depending on whether or not you want to be in the system, out of the system, or transitioning, has a major impact both economically and logistically on what you will and will not be allowed to do. Case in point, if the goal is to be away from the United States, meaning away out of their systems, however you want to determine that, and this is something that I need people to understand, because I don't have the answer, so this is a question. When you declare sovereignty from the United States of America and you are on the United States land, what you're basically saying by law is that the United States is not required, I don't care whether you call them a corporation, entity, or what have you. What you're saying that that entity, the United States, is no longer required to protect you. They're not required to take out your trash. They're not required to give you police force. They're not required to put out your fires. What you're saying is you have all these infrastructures in place so that you don't need them because you're sovereign and you're independent. Here's the question.
TMH.
What's up?
When I told you that I grew up on unincorporated lands, by law, you know what it means to be unincorporated, right?
Yeah, I know. But
what I'm getting at is I see the bigger picture where you're going. We will get there. I know for a fact we will get there, but when it comes to like sovereign, or like for sake of a better word, where I grew up at, like we policed ourselves, but you still had a form of jurisdiction. But there were statutes and codes that went in to make people who lived on unincorporated lands, especially in South Georgia, pay taxes on their lands, because there was a time when my family didn't have to pay taxes on their lands. And I know there are laws out there where the families can, get the money back, but they're trying to pinpoint, like different areas, and it's different state to state. So that part, I definitely get what you're talking about. You talk about how in Nevada it's like this, or in this state it's like that. So you have to know the different bylaws and the laws state to state. The only thing that I was trying to reference is, like in Georgia, you have incorporated and you have unincorporated. most of the unincorporated territories were the main proprietaries when it came to, farming or tilling the land. And a lot of people didn't know that. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm in
You can go ahead.
agreement with you. I'm talking about some of the things I've been hearing on from YouTube channels. When I'm not talking about unincorporated versus incorporated. I'm talking about sovereign, meaning that the government has no say so whatsoever.
Right.
Goes on this land we call the United States. So I'm talking about the extreme, if that makes sense.
You're talking about the
I'm talking about the extreme, like you give us this land and butt out. So my question is, I don't think people are aware of how many lands that the United States occupy that are not touching the United States.
Exactly. And that's why the other link that I put in there was the Council of the Indies. When you're looking at Charles V and you look at all of the jurisdictions that he touched across the planet it basically, the Indies breaks down the indigenous,
right,
from the Asiatic, like the Philippines, and you name it. And oh my God.
and the thing that I want people to think about, because I really don't believe they're thinking, because I haven't heard anybody address this. Because sometimes the narrative that can be painted is missing things to keep it simple for people, so they don't feel overwhelmed. But there are some things that need to be addressed. When people talk about sovereign, it's not for me to tell them they can't do it, but this is a question that needs to be addressed, I feel. You're telling the United States of America, whatever you want to label them, corporate, government entity, or what have you, that you are no longer responsible for us. This is our land. Now, what people fail to realize is that the reason why the United States occupies territories around the United States is to prevent invasion and attack.
Yeah, they did.
Now, with that being said, sovereignty means you have nothing to do with the United States. We are sovereign. This is our land. It is our responsibility. So let's just say the United States goes along with that. I'm a foreign country, like, I don't know, Russia. I know that the United States is not protecting this particular piece of land. What's to keep me from attacking that land and setting up a base on it? I'll yield the mic and wait.
Well, I want to address the first point, then I'll address that point. Okay, perfect example, right? In Nevada, California, marijuana laws are legal. Everything is legal, recreational. Say you live in a state where it's absolutely not legal, and you don't even smoke, but you can still empower yourself in the business and take advantage of laws in other states because you do live on this land. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Income also, and diversify. Just have different another revenue stream outside of your own comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thinking. You know what I'm saying? You can have land and do things in other states. You know what I'm saying? People do it all the time, like the brother said. And then I'm trying to think. What was the second point was? I just kind of forgot.
I was asking about sovereign being invaded.
Yeah, I don't think none of that works. Nothing. If you're on this land, you're an Indian tribe and they gave you the land, or they doing anything, I'm just saying, like, the most extreme case that you can find. At the end of the day, they're not gonna say, oh yeah, you can let Russia come in or China come in and set up nothing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I see winning is multinational corporations, bro. That's it. And then you could be Chinese, whatever. You got Chinatowns in every major city here. We don't have an Aboriginal town. You know what I'm saying? That's what's winning. They're winning on our land, living on hills in our land. Every foreigner is. That's the goddamn problem. I want it all. So how do we get it all? For me, it has to be extreme power, extreme taking. Like, because that's what they did. They extremely taking. So we have to extremely go hard. And we can't do it being poor. That's the problem. They're only beating us economically.
Well, I'll address the fact that they took it from us after Chief makes a statement. Go ahead, Chief. You got the mic.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, like all that don't work, man. We have to take power. This is ours. So yeah, I feel like anything else, like even if you're sovereign, you still have to go through some type of rules, regulations. If something happened, you still, like you say, on these people's land in that situation, even if you're still sovereign. And I don't even know what that is. So I think they disenfranchised us from being Americans. We have to figure out how to be the best Americans that we can be and take advantage. Like okay, if I'm gonna get some extra shit, I'm down. If I'm not getting no extra shit, okay, I'm just gonna take advantage of what we already got in place. Like, I don't want to hear nothing else. Like, I'll be hearing bullshit too much. I don't want to hear that. Show me. Please show me. I'm not from Missouri, but please show me. How does this work? Now, I've seen brothers be riding around with no license plates and stuff. I don't want to do that. That's cool for you, but it don't work for me because I don't want these people in my life like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, pulling me over. I don't know. I might have some arrows or something. Like, there's boys on them. I don't know. Leave me alone. That's like I said, I don't work. So I want some license plates that say, fuck you. You can't pull me over. That's a conversation I want to hear. And rich people have those type of conversations.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
Well,
this is my land over here. The police over here work for me. This is my shit.
Well,
that's the only thing I see working. Everything else is bullshit. People be talking, man. If they giving it to you, they can take it. Don't give me nothing. I want mine. This is my land.
But
yes,
what about the fact that there are 600,000 Chinamen in California right now? China owns Hawaii and California. Come on. America gave them the debt. I mean, the debt belongs to, this is crazy. I mean, really? We know what belongs to us, but these folks, it's some more stuff going on, y'all. We need to talk about. I relinquish the mic.
Yeah, but yeah, I absolutely agree, Empress. Once again, China's winning because of economics. But if you're studying China's economy, it's collapsing. The cost of wages is going up over there, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? People, they want more. So the cost of wages is going up over there because people want to be consumers. So the workforce is going to eventually have to come back to the Americas. It's about us. If we produce shit in America, we can sell it not only to each other here in America and everybody else in America, but outside of America. Economic empowerment is work. That's the power. No Chinese man kick nobody's ass to get Chinatown in every town here. To own California, own Hawaii. Fuck you. No, I'm trying to figure out how we can take China over. Not only to take this shit over. How do you? Okay,
we got to get our companies back, just like you said. Because see, they took all our companies over there. That's how they squashed us. Now we got to start back reproducing.
So I will interject a little bit. First of all, they didn't take nothing from us. There were people that looked just like us that helped them give it to us. There were some tribes that got access to weapons and started helping them get us, because you can't come in my backyard and find me unless somebody knows the land of my backyard just as well as I do. So let's get that straight. Number two, there are more McDonald's in China than there are in the United States, and everybody that knows anything about business and knows anything about McDonald's is that McDonald's is not a hamburger company. McDonald's is a real estate holding company. The countries are playing chess while we're playing checkers. That's number two. Number three, when it comes to corporations and when it comes to businesses, there are certain things that need to be done. There are certain things that some people know that don't nobody else know. If you want to know what that stuff is, like I keep telling people, but don't nobody do it, call me. Because this is not a conversation that I'm going to have over no internet. That's number three. Number four, at the end of the day, regardless of what a person's mindset is as far as what direction their tribe needs to go in, We need to find a lane, get in it, and work that lane. Because right now, we have, it appears, some people or a group of people going in different directions. Again, like I'm going to continue to say, my goal is to help people find the lane that they want to go in, help them get to where they want to go, and help them find the people that want to go in that direction. So with all that, I relinquish the mic.
And it goes back to the status of corporations, because what a lot of corporations are doing today, they are not depending on the color of law. They're looking at your skill sets. Like they literally, it's to the point now, the way that technology is, they're not looking at the color of your skin no more. They're looking at your skill set. If your skill set can help benefit this corporation and you can become a part of this corporation, they're going to bring you in, even though on the back end, they're working on X, Y, and Z. So like what TMH is saying is the truth. Like you have to start researching these corporations, and then you got to start researching why they're outsourcing a lot of these jobs to third world countries. And when they began to outsource to a Vietnam or a India or a Korea or a China, these people know how to reverse engineer a lot of technology. Nobody ever pays attention to it. Even Russia knows how to reverse engineer technology. I mean, right now, when you look at the media, I try not to pay attention to it, but there's always information about Russia, not to take away from, what we're trying to build and establish, but that's the only reason why I brought up the whole cyber thing and the information pertaining to that is because the stuff that we're going to build at a certain point, you're going to need people with certain skill sets to help keep, the infrastructure intact. This infrastructure is just one lane, kind of like what TMH was saying, everybody knowing their lane. This is just one lane. And this is a vital lane going into the cyber age. You want to protect your information, whether it's private or public. Certain information still needs to be protected. But at the same time, we all know what it is that we're trying to build, we want to build, and we want to see gain some type of growth this year. So let's try to get together and work on finding a way to build growth on something. So by the next quarter, we can say, this is the growth we have, and give some type of metrics to what we are working on, other than just, talking and yelling about what it is that we're trying to do, but we're actually moving in that direction. Because like I said, once people see you moving in a direction, they're going to try to attack you or we from different points, whether it be someone meet you in the street, like they act like they drop their wallet. Oh, hey, thanks, sir. Oh, by the way, my name is such and such. You have to raise your awareness and be aware of what's going on. But we got to start somewhere. Like we literally got to start somewhere. We can't just keep, like bickering and arguing. We got to start building, like physically, like building. I don't mean building now, but get people moving. And if it starts at home, hey, reach out to as many people as you can, but understand, just because you're reaching out doesn't mean that everyone is going to have the best interests at heart. That's understandable, but it's just the outreach. It's all a program. That's what outreaches were designed for. It's for you to outreach. You can weed out later. People don't realize these things. They had to outreach to build public school systems. They had to outreach to create infrastructures. They had to outreach to put a Walmart in this demographic, predicated upon if the people have the buying power and energy to do this. They had to outreach to say, okay, if we put an Asian salon infrastructure here, people are going to buy, and then this Asian group money is going to circulate back into the community, even though they're going to get a certain percentage. Like, and you got to research this stuff thoroughly. I kid you not. So you got to have different skill sets coming together. So that's all we need. It's a group of people with certain skill sets that need and know and want to help build. And on that, I relinquish the mic.
So with that being said, there needs to be, and it doesn't have to be something I set up, because to me, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Somebody needs to come up with something where people are comfortable putting that activity towards what their feelings are most appropriate. Meaning, if your strong suit or your heart and your activity is leaning towards law, there needs to be a group for that. If there is a yearning for the information, there needs to be a group for that. And somebody needs to run it. See, because here's the problem, and I think I see the problem. People want to be in groups, but don't know why they want to run it. But at the end of the day, if it's a group that's tugging at you, you probably might need to run it. And what I found and what I've discovered is the reluctant leader, 9 times out of 10, is the best leader. So if you think it's a good idea to do that, then head it up. But it needs to be done, because right now there are a lot of great ideas, but nothing is going to get done until there are people to get together and start moving it in the right direction. And, I don't know how many different times I got to say it, but, this is week 5 going into week 6, and we're pretty much at the same place we were when we started week 1. So, Reggie, glad you made the call, bro. Glad to hear everything is going well. So I'm going to lower your hand so you can hide the mic. I'm done.
Hey everybody. I was gonna speak on what you were saying, TMH, and I was gonna say for the people who do different stuff, like one that do law, another person that do technology and stuff, it should be a separate group. They should have a meeting twice a week, and two people like get all the information that lead those groups. To get all the information for the people who want to help with the law system. With the law system, like with the people who want just do law alone, need to have a lead for that, and they need to have a meeting for that, and like a meeting every week, once a week or twice a week. And the same way with technology, and they need to and we all need to build from that. Or people like with business, and we all get information and everything else, and have documentation keeping on track of what they doing.
I agree with you, Reginald. I'm glad to hear your voice, brother. Good. Thank you for being on the call. But at the end of the day, you and I can say this all day long, and everybody on the panel can say it all day long, but until it gets done, until somebody actually does it, then I'm going to be, well, put it this way, y'all going to be continuing to talk about it, because I'll just create the Trump.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I'm about to say right after you. Like, so we really serious about it?
Yeah, it needs to get done. It needs to be done, but this is what I can promise you.
Because we could get it, everybody could get each other's number. It don't need to be no question. And actually, if we wanted to sell this right now, like the person who want to do law, have them speak up, and everybody who want to assist them with law, go get their number. People who want to do technology, somebody needs to speak up, and then people who want to assist with technology get their number. They have a separate meeting once a week, or people who want to do business. Somebody needs to speak up, be the leader, and get their number right now, and we all start meeting on a certain day. And we need to get a timetable, a list of everything.
Okay.
And I agree with that, Reginald. I was just sitting here as you was talking. I was like, okay, we need like different councils. As I said earlier, we need a chief council where we can get together and, you know, those who know this stuff, we need to be on the same page so we can govern our people in the same way without having a whole lot of church going on like we've had over our lives. We need a farming council. We need a lawyer council, a genealogy council, a technology council, and a news council. So far, those are the ones that I wrote down. And I think that we should, at some point, set some of those up, however, where we could, you know, reach out to each other, because I definitely don't know how to reach half of the people that's on the panel now.
I was going to say, we could start now today if we all serious about it today. If we serious about this, we need to do it now.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm typing in my name and my email address and my phone number. And what I'll do is I'll capture everybody's email and contact information. And then everybody who wants to do so can do the same.
Okay, I'll do it, but I have to go soon because my daughter is here and I can't stay very long.
Now, Reggie, I have your email address, Reggie. So if anybody needs your contact information, I can give it to them.
Yeah,
okay.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, because I'm about to
beautiful bliss
get off right now.
But we appreciate you, bro. At the end of the day, this is what y'all gonna have to accept. And I said this when I put the governance form up. You're gonna lose 80% of the people that talk. I'm sorry, it's just gonna happen. Because that's what people do. They talk. When you start asking them to do stuff, they get ghosted. Now, as many of you have some age on you, so you know. So don't be surprised. But that doesn't mean you stop. Again, you'll probably have more influence over the people that you have direct access to than people on the YouTube channel and the Google Hangouts. Get over it. Deal with it. But if you're serious, then let's get this done. Again, I'm facilitating this. But anytime anybody wants to know anything about business, all you got to do is reach out to me. I'm very strict with my appointments. So, you know, if we schedule a call and you 15, 20 minutes late for the appointment, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna be able to get on because I was on there, you weren't on there for whatever reason. Just, you know, now I'm not upset. I done moved on. So just know that we may run into some times where we're gonna be playing tag until we catch each other. But at the end of the day, you got my contact information. My contact information has not changed since I've been in these back chats. So if anybody is serious about business, holler at me. For those that want to deal with genealogy, you know, Bones and Coach did a great job with Tribe Up News and those 50 sites that deal with genealogy. If you have any questions, Bones and Coach have already told you guys. If you want to help with that, reach out to them. You know, Rachel has, I know Chief Noyamina sends information, and that's great. I'm not talking about those that have already done it. But at the end of the day, we need to find out who wants to do what. But more importantly, here's the thing. Who wants to be responsible for what? Because there's a lot of people that want to act like they leaders. No, let me rephrase that. There are a lot of people that want to claim they want to lead, but then when it comes time to lead, they get ghosted. They're the first ones to leave. Leadership ain't about words. Leadership is about actions. Leadership is about putting everybody first and yourself last. That's what leadership is about. So, you know, being in a tribe or setting up tribes or setting up councils, this ain't easy. I can promise you this. This is gonna be some of the hardest work you ever done. If you doubt me, talk to Chief Noyamina. Talk to some chiefs. Talk to some people in the council. It's gonna be hard work. This ain't gonna be no kumbaya utopia moment. You're gonna work. Now, if that's something that you're not wanting to do, then this probably might not be something you want to be involved in. But at the end of the day, it'll be worth it. But we have to determine who's going to do what and who's going to be responsible for what. So if you don't want to be responsible for something, then at least tell what you can do and what you can commit to. So that's just, that's all I can say on that. So if you want to put your information out there, name, phone number, what have you, that's cool. I will devise a list, send it out to everybody, and we can go from there. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's time to get to work. Like Chief Holiday says, tired all the talking. It's time to stop talking and get to work. So I'm gonna relinquish the mic and let whoever wants to have the last word. And I'm done.
I'm going to say, well, I wrote down the Chieftain Council, and I know that Chief Holiday has definitely been in this longer than me, and I'm just learning everything. So I would like to work with the Chieftain Councils, being that I do know a lot of so-called chiefs in this time, that maybe, I should start that where I can start it at.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you start with what you know. So, you know a lot more than what I know, and you know a lot more about what you know than I know. So start where you're gifted. Start where you have the most influence. Start where you have the most affluence, and start where you have the most information. Whatever is going to be, whatever you see is going to be beneficial. And at the end of the day, if we all start and do, then we will get this done a lot quicker. That's just my 2 cents from my observation. Is that you, Libra son?
Hey, Chief. I got your information, Chief. You're me. I got your information. Sorry, I ain't contact you last week. I've been a little busy, but I ain't forgot about you. I ain't forgot about you, because we still got to sit down and come up with this structure and with this plan for what you want to do with whatever your land or whatever you're trying to do. I ain't forgot about you.
Thank you, Ty. I appreciate that.
What up? Peace, everybody, man. Shout out to Thomas, TMH Global LLC, man. Thank you for facilitating this. Back in the board. Yeah, man, anybody reach out to me, man, directly, man. ChiefHoliday@gmail.com or 702-718-2013. You got my other number. This works too. I just got to get another phone. So, it's your boy, man. Let's work. And like I said, these calls are just us networking. I don't think that the work is in the call. The work is outside the call. So let's get it, man.
Chief, I'm gonna hit you up. In a minute, Chief. And Mr. Thomas, I want to I need some help. I need some help on my genealogy. And I was gonna try to reach out to you. See if you can help me a little bit more with that. I heard you've been doing a great job, and you've been helping some people out. So I was seeing if you can help me out too.
Are you available? Are you available tomorrow after 1?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then the easiest way to reach me is text, bro, because I'm normally either on a call or getting off a call. So text me at the number that I just sent, and you'll be able to get me.
Okay. And then is Bones still in?
Yeah.
I want to see how Bones doing on the incorporation for the LLC, to see if he need what did he need on that? Do he need a couple dollars or something on that, or how that's going?
No, like I said, I just got finished. He's over my company, so I'm working with TMH, and basically I'm just gonna put together like a non-for-profit thing, basically.
So you don't want to incorporate? You just want to. Does that cost money? Does that even cost money to a nonprofit?
No, whatever it is on it, like I said on that, I'm good on that. I appreciate it, but I got it on that.
Okay, yeah, because I thought you was gonna like incorporate Tribe Up, and
I mean, yeah, what y'all wanted to do with Tribe Up? See, I don't have no. What your idea and what your plan is to do with Tribe Up?
Incorporate. Where just start off LLC. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, could put their names on there. Everybody put their positions on there, and it'd be all legal. And everybody know our positions.
So
that's a personal conversation that need to be had, because I don't believe nobody helped invested in Nan Dime or nothing that was done for people to be putting their names on stuff. I don't see that being hard to say that, but I don't see that being good. A lot of money was spent.
Well, it's going to cost money. It's going to cost money to incorporate. So
we're saying this conversation that we have with the bodies that share a private conversation.
It should be a private conversation. I don't think that people. That's just my opinion. I just think that's because a lot of money was spent in short periods of time to make something come something. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, no one contributed to, making that thing happen except for the folks that's involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right. That's what I was talking about.
Right. So that's a conversation that shouldn't even be had between people that's not even.
Yeah. So that would be a situation based off of capital investment and business owner equity.
Right.
Those that already have something invested and those that are looking to partner to bring something to the table, and that's something y'all have to determine based off of what y'all brought to the table collectively. So yeah, I would have to agree with that, Coach.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was under the impression we all in this together.
No, when it's time to pay a light bill,
I got you, Coach.
Hey, hold on. When it's time to pay a light bill,
I got you, Coach.
When we run 7 for a whole month straight and 7 days a week, when I'm asleep, it's running nonstop. And then I put out a little call for a little help here and there for a light bill. Not to pay my light bill, just to help with the little overs. Not even to pay all the overs, just to help with the little overs from the monthly light bill. And that's just getting nothing but crickets. Then I have to, what I tell you, I have to tone down on what I'm doing. I can only do it in the morning time, not in the evening, because it's playing a toll on the people in my house. And it's not you all's fault. I didn't think about it before I jumped in head first, or how the bill was going to start affecting the people in his house. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to tone it down. Now, if people was donating to the point, not just donating, but just like, hey, this something to the light bill or something like that, y'all can have it. I'll turn the computer on and I'll stay up all night, no matter if the computer stay up or what. But I'm able to keep it pushing. I can't keep it pushing with no money. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm paying my bill, my light bill. But then if it's $250 more or $200 more a month, and I'm on, like what some people say they don't set incomes, then that's pushing my limit. I can't afford it. I got other, responsibilities and stuff to do.
Right. Don't worry about it. It ain't your, you know what I'm saying? It ain't your fault. You ain't did nothing wrong. It's just we should have established that before we started. Before we even started streaming.
I jumped out there on Tribe Up. I mean, for Tribe Up.
Right. But we got you. You know what I'm saying? If we can put things down on document or on paper, or just talk to each other and have everybody to have their little thing, because I offer with the little assets money, and I even talked to Chief Holiday to see if we can run a little $60 a month. You know what I'm saying? So we're not even sure exactly how YouTube even work all the way. So that was one of the solutions that I was trying to get on the table for you, to keep running. Because I know the electric bill ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no joke. And I don't think a lot of people really realize and understand the stuff that that we go through, even with our families, and have to sometimes even put our kids and put our wife to the side a little bit. Like, I don't think people really understand the full fledged of it. You know what I'm saying? And both channels will be getting AdSense pretty soon too. But if we can put something down, that way, whether it's some little dues we gotta pay, little $5 a month, you know what I'm saying? It will be best to establish that before we even, move any further. And maybe a little. I don't know how many people of us here. If we could at least start with a little $5 a month, towards Tribe Up News, I think that'll be cool with just a little $5. And with me saying that.
You about to run folks off talking about paying $5 a month. I'm just saying. I understand what you're saying about it's almost like it's. Hey, hold on, y'all. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, we gotta have I'm not even gonna say, because all that's gonna do is run folks off when you tell someone they're responsible for a certain amount of money. Even if it's just $5 a month. I mean, all I'm saying is,
Coach, at the end of the day, people gonna run anyway. It's a matter of them sprinting away or inching away.
Yeah, you're right. But whatever you all put in place, we end to look at it. You know what I'm saying, and see how we can make it work. But like I said, it's a conversation that we should just be sitting down and really trying to put together before we bring it to the forefront. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you, Coach. That's something that the initial investors and the major investors should have a conversation about. Because you ain't investing nothing in it, you ain't got no say. That's just my personal opinion.
That's about what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, yep. That's true. I mean, that's true too. You can't get around that because people that drop down. But at the same time, we don't want people with a little bit of money to be walking around like they holier than thou.
Oh no, we're not. I understand. I'm not kicking it like that because you know what I mean. But if you're gonna be online helping folks, it's my thing, and I tell a lot of folks. People be like, "Why I can't get?" Most folks tend to go toward people that's more on the successful side. Now, I'm not saying, I know this might sound funny, but if you seem like you're a little successful or seem like you're getting your shit together, people are starting to push towards you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about not just Tribe Up, I'm talking churches, you got
life.
Just in life, right. So, if you're looking to start leading and you got to be able to lead by example. And if, like you said, $5, if we can't come together and come up with $5 a person or $10 a person a month to keep these programs running 24 hours a day, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what I'm saying. Like you said, yeah, it's really not much we can really talk about then, because it's like
but
we're putting in the effort. We're not asking for no money for our time. We want to be here. We just want to be able to keep it pushing. I don't think it's gonna hurt nobody to pay no $5 to $10 a month to help it pushing, to keep it pushing. I mean, as a whole, it shouldn't, because I know Bone probably got about 4 subscriptions he pay every month just for to keep shit rolling.
Yeah.
It's just
we get that in donation.
Well, we got a donation plug, but I'm just saying we haven't seen no donations. We haven't seen that.
See, that's why that's the purpose I thought was incorporating. So that way, if we incorporate, everything will be on a legal standpoint. So you have your Tribe Up bank account, you have your Tribe Up credentials, and also you can even have your own Tribe Up credit card processing.
That's a conversation we need to have alone, because I feel like when you start talking like that and folks start investing their time and money and stuff like that, you can't have folks telling folks what to do or what not to do and how to do it when they spending all their time and money that they're getting towards a cause. I mean, there's really nothing you can tell a person how to push if they're constantly spending, like you said, Chief will get on all night. He'll go all night, every day. Ain't nobody can really tell him. You know what I'm saying? I might get on. Me and Bones get on all morning. Ain't nothing really nobody can tell us. But we make sure that we can make this thing happen. That's what I'm saying. We're not just we're actually trying to make it happen and get some type of structure to the show in the morning. The show's getting a little bit better. To me, the shows are getting better. We're working on the language. I know I'm the main one cursing, but I've been working on it. And, so it's building, but at the end of the day, more people like you've been back. You ran a show. Let me see. You did one the other day, right, Todd? You didn't call me and say, Coach, let me get the passcode to Restream so I can run on all the channels. You see what I'm saying? You just ran on. You see what I'm saying? You just did your video on that Tribe Up. You should have did the video on all of them.
But see, you got a certain time frame the way you work, and so I can't.
I give you the passcode. You can do it yourself. I'm not hiding no passcodes from nobody. I even get logged on.
No. I'm saying I'm not talking about your passwords. I'm talking about your time. Like our time is different.
But
what I can't expect
I put on
for
a
you.
team viewer for you and let you work my computer from wherever you at. We can make it work.
Okay.
It's no problem.
Yeah,
but
you put that team viewer on.
But you got computers yourself though. You got about 4.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I got 4 of them. We finna turn on. No, we finna turn on 4. But we also, you know what I'm saying. But also, each one of us have our own, have our own, stuff going on outside of Tribe Up as well. And so, and it's sort of like some people are confused. They don't, a lot of people don't know the difference. And so,
well,
so that might, right, there might be a conflict of interest.
I understand. I have time, but at night, y'all know Coach going to bed. This should be a no-brainer. Y'all already know. After a certain time, I'm going to bed, but y'all can guarantee at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be up. Like, ain't no Bones can be at work and he know. Bones already know. Oh, Coach got it. See, he already know. Everybody already know. I'm gonna be up at 4 o'clock. I'm gonna be up and I'm gonna be online at 4 o'clock. Now we might not get on to 5. I be trying to put it together, man. I mean, it's a process putting that stuff together. It's not no sitting apart.
Excuse me.
And it's fun as hell too, and it's also a learning experience.
Wait, Rachel needs to talk, so let her talk. Go ahead, Rachel.
Yeah, I missed when y'all was giving out. I heard the last little piece of when you was giving out the email address number and everything. I don't have everybody's, but my phone was dying. It got some life to it now, but I need some info.
Well, I have everybody who wanted to provide their email address and phone number in the chat. So you should be able to access the chat on your phone and see that information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste it on this link on this document right here that I always type to, and you'll be able to see it. And I'm also going to email it to everybody that was on the call today. So if you don't have the opportunity to do it, your own way, I'll make sure everybody gets it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rochelle, I put my information, everything. So Thomas, he has mine, so you're good.
Now, Coach Bones.
Well, I'm gonna call you on that. Well, Bones, I'm gonna call you on Coach, and Chief, we're gonna try to hook up something, so we can get going on that, and so that way we can get some established for this electric bill and for some of the bills for Tribe Up News, because you guys is pushing out a lot, and I personally understand that even though it's fun as hell, it is not 100% that easy doing that. And and Bones, when I was on the website, when you click on Aboriginal TV1's icon, Tribe Up comes up.
All right, I'll check the link later.
Yeah, so whenever you can, I'll be, whenever you can. So I'm gonna try to hit y'all up, so probably even maybe tomorrow or something, so we can figure that out. Because we need to lay down the structure, so that way things won't come out of the blue, and people won't feel is whatever they feeling, and I don't mind. I love it. The more the structure, the more I feel more comfortable, and I'm pretty sure most people feel that way too. And I know a little $5, $10 a month. That'll go a long way, and that'll make us move a lot faster.
Are you gonna take the show over at 6 in the evening? Are you gonna run it from 6 to 4 in the morning? And I run it from 4 in the morning to 6 in the evening.
You talking about Tribe Up?
Whatever, all the channels. We linked to Libra Sun, Empress Hobart, my page.
Well, I mean, you need me to, shit, because I ain't had no plans to.
It'll help.
Okay, yeah, I could look into that, cause Universal Media finna come on pretty soon, and that's gonna we finna run a whole month. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be nonstop. And doing Tribe Up, and that is gonna be a little task. It's gonna be a little difficult.
All right, I got you.
But we need some practicing on what Tribe Up shut down for 90 days. So we got another little channel and stuff like that we're gonna be doing. We got Empress Hobart, and then we got them.
We already on their pages now. We using those pages right now because of the pages went down. They let us use their pages since their URL pages down. So anytime Chief wanted to go on live, he got 2-3 pages already on YouTube waiting on them to go live.
Yeah, we've been streaming multiple pages. We always been
one's
streaming
taking
multiple.
advantage of it. It's just like, got it for no reason. Like, I'm sitting here and we getting this stuff done and we using it. I mean, during the daytime, I used it last night with Lightman Z when he did a build. But other than that, no one else reached out to do no build to be streamed on everyone's platform.
Yeah, I did catch some of that last night. That was a good build. I got to go back and watch the rest. Yeah, so I just need the passwords. But I'm probably not going to stream on too many platforms.
Why?
Because of what I'm using.
I'm giving you the passcode to restream. So you just one signal out and then go to everybody else we streaming to. It don't hurt nothing you got going on.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I didn't have that. But if you give me that, then I'll be able to do that. Yeah, just send me that information and send me all the or is it already in there? Is all the passwords already in there?
Once you log in, all the channels is already on. You don't even need. Oh yeah, that's it. All you gotta do is sync whatever. If you're using Wirecast or whatever you're using, just sync it to Restream, the stream key. Get the stream key from just log in to Restream, do whatever program you're using, and you're good to go.
Hey, Coach, quick question.
So I gotta So what I gotta do is I gotta filter out, the tribal stuff versus my personal stuff versus because I got a lot of things going on, and a lot of the stuff I try to run through Tribe Up, and I don't
and that's
try
what
to.
I'm saying, it's like you kind of going more into your private life.
Right, and that's right. I kind of do a little bit of that on Tribe Up.
Right.
And I don't want to do that on other people's channels. So I don't want to be on somebody else's channel talking about, the 5,000 lead and somebody else's channel talking about, something going on over here and over here. So I got to kind of, sort through. You see what I'm saying? I got to sort through that out. Like this. And so, matter of fact, I'm going to need some help with that too, man, because I don't know how the hell that's going to work out.
So, Bones,
yeah,
Coach, have y'all reached out to, I don't know what the relationship is, but have y'all reached out to Ab TV?
No.
Because I know he's still posting.
Him and Ab TV and Bone had good bills. They did a hell of a bill the other day.
Me and Ab TV always work together.
I mean, because he still posts on his channel, so I don't know. I mean, you may want to reach out to him, and I don't know what's going on with Tenkara, but I know him and Ab TV used to do the time machine. So I mean,
yeah, that's what Bones been doing with him is the time machine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, anybody, anytime it's like this. I be sleeping on my phone and say, "Ain't nobody online," and I look at it and I turn the shit on just that quick. So they can't say that it's that hard for me to go online to start a bill. Somebody that did some work for about a few days and they ready to present it, and they want to just have a show on their own. I let Lightman have a show on his own last night. All I did was set it up for him and let him go. He did his thing.
Right.
He might have said,
"You don't even need to be there."
Huh?
I said, "You don't even need to be there half the time. Just put that shit on and be
right,
gone."
But I might need to switch something from here and there for him. But other than that, he was able to do it. I mean, I enjoyed the build. I don't mind, But yeah, it's just about reaching out.
I think once y'all get people to go to this page and sign up as far as from time slots, y'all have a lot better grasp on things. I know people got they got jobs, they got schedules and things like that. And if you let them know that all you're looking for is anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, I would say probably about, if they're gonna do 30 minutes, it needs to be an hour and a half.
I like the hour Jones.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then they're gonna need at least 3 hours. I mean, at least 2 hours.
A video, a good hour. A good video is an hour.
Yeah. So they would need at least 2 hours, pre-production, post-production, and then an hour to run the show. So let them, I think if y'all, again, I don't, I'm not always on, because when y'all are on, I'm normally either in my office or working. But if y'all will continue to put that out there and put this link in there, let me put this in the back. And let people know this is where they can go to put their information out. I think it will help you guys, because what it does, it gets rid of the excuse. I don't have a lot of time. Okay, well, what time do you have? When are you available?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So we is getting some twos and fews, signing up, but we just got to get it out there. I need to get some time and actually go online to all the platforms with Coach and Bones and talk about it a little more. But I'm and then with the Genealogy Mondays, I want to see if we can get that going back this Monday, because I still got some more genealogy stuff, and it's just I'm gonna need some help. But people liked it. It was a good responding show. But I need to get more time so I can go on air, and then I can call Bones them and let them know, like, hey, this the link right here. If you can get a little, every 8 minutes or something like that, is once or twice a show, can you mention this link so people can sign up and put their time, because they only hear me say it kind of seems a little personal, you know what I'm saying?
Like what we?
So they signing up for a structured show.
Okay.
Or at least
at a certain.
Or at least to be able to help on a structured show. They may only have 30 minutes, but if you got two people that can donate 30 minutes, then they can at least help someone that's got an hour show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
right. And I did reach out.
Go ahead, Ty.
Sorry.
No, you good.
Oh yeah, I did reach out to some of those people, and I think what's her name? Auntie Rachel. She said she was willing to help out, you know, to help go try to collect some people and be like a talent scout. And we getting a lot of people from other countries too. That's like,
so speaking on that though, I think we definitely got to have some type of programming. And what the beauty about it is, we got a lot of content, so we can upload playlists. You know what I'm saying, to fill in some of the blanks. So it's really, nobody has to run it. It just runs itself. It's okay. Well, nobody's gonna be on this time. Let's put Medicine Man on. You know what I'm saying? Or let's play this back. Let's do this. And just keep it going.
Well, that's good, and I agree with you, Chief. But one of the things I gotta, you gotta remember what made Tribe Up so good was the interaction. Y'all pay more attention to the panel than most people. That's what drew a lot of people to you. That's what draws people to you. That's what draws people to Ty. That's what draws people to Coach Bones when they're on. That's what draws people to, Libra Sun, Empress Hope. When y'all are on, y'all interact with the chat. Unlike some people, they just use their moderators to kick people off. So I'm just saying. You laughing because you don't tell the truth.
I mean, and that's what
I know.
My game up, as far as bringing back specific shows on specific days. So on Monday we're gonna do genealogy and history show. You know what I'm saying? So we bring that. So we do genealogy. It don't have to be an 8-hour show because nobody's gonna watch 8 hours. See what I'm saying? So we got to kind of start compartmentalizing these shows a little better and start bringing, just focusing on the content a little better. And then giving people, okay, on Monday, they know this is going to be on Monday. On Tuesday, they know this is going to be on Wednesday. Or every morning, they know the morning show's going to be on. So you got to kind of have, some routine so people can, start on routine. But now, keep in mind, everything was going perfectly until this little situation happened. So we got to handle that. Like, if it's music, let's leave music alone until we can get it cleared. And let's keep it pushing.
Right. So we should, it should be so sophisticated where we have our own preview guide. Y'all remember if cable first came out, they had a little preview station where you turn and you can watch what's coming up next.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Like a little trailer station. Be in a hotel.
Right. Just sit there and we be advertising different stuff, and while they looking at the advertisement, the next show's coming up. On Tribe Up, this is Tribe Up schedule. This is what's on the Somalians channel. This is what's going on here and what's going on. The East Coast sector or whatever. However hell we dice it up. That will be the perfect vision, and that's kind of what we're trying to get going, but most people ain't really. A lot of people ain't really. I don't think they really get it. I think they really think like we're just gonna be a bunch of dudes on YouTube on Hangout forever, and they just cool with it, and they don't understand like no, this is this is not what it looks like. I know that sounds kind of weird, but
no, you're making a lot of sense. But I'm gonna continue to bang this horse. And this is one of the reasons why, Coach and Bones were able to get so many listeners. They started with the people in their neighborhood. They got their damn whole neighborhood listening to Tribe Up News. Not because they were on YouTube. They did it because they talked to the people in their neighborhood. So that's where everybody needs to start. You might need to start with people in your own neighborhood to get them to help.
Shout out for you for mentioning that. If you notice, all the Bones folks that come on, he know them by name. They have some different names. I'm like, who the hell he talking to? Yeah, my folks be coming. My folks come through and then I know all my family be watching. So it's like we started with, just like you said, we started at home. If everybody did that, we'll have a whole bunch of folks listening.
That's why we talk about it so much. So we did it by example.
Yeah, and not only that, now you start finding people that want to help, because think about it. You go from listening to the show to being on the show and getting mentioned. I mean, some people, you ain't gotta pay. All you gotta do is mention their name and they'll do it. I'm just saying.
Man, listen, I'd have had neighbors on the show dancing, showing the alto shuffle.
Yeah, the alto shuffle. Damn sure did.
So check it out, right? So we got to start figuring out how to produce some revenue, right? So my suggestion for the Tribe Up News is to put together, because you're not at AdSense yet, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get that. And then even when you get that, you got to have so many views to even make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to cost us money to start marketing. So we're going to start marketing Tribe Up News, everything that we got going on, because if nobody's knowing what we got going on, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we got to figure out how to do it. Start internet debates or debates or, you know, a little technical stuff, whatever, right? You feel me? But you got to put together a PayPal.
You already got one.
In the thing and be like, yo, man, like, hey, this is what we got going on, man. Support Tribe Up News. Here's our PayPal. TribeUpNews@gmail.com. Hit us up.
Here's one of the things I figured out, and I know Bones and Coach know about this. How about asking people in the neighborhood just to subscribe to the channel? They'll do it if you ask them. And what you'll find is that you have them subscribe to the channel, then you can start doing competition. Whoever gets the most people subscribed, give them a gift. Let them be on the channel. Let them talk about their favorite charity. I mean, sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot. Sometimes a little bit can go a long way. That's just my 2 cents.
That's dope.
I agree. And then we gotta figure it out.
You want revenue? That's your revenue.
Want to know what you guys thought about us putting together sweepstakes, and we can run it on all the channels. You know, we got merchandise coming, so you buy this or whatever, you'll be entered into a chance to win a flat screen, enter a chance to win a trip, enter a chance to win whatever we got that we can draw people to circulate. You know what I'm saying? Currency. Well, we need to figure out how we can start monetizing this time. So for me, for instance, like, it wasn't about monetization. Like, I didn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here for the information. I'm glad that I can get it out. But like you guys are saying, that takes a toll on your family. That because the time that you're doing this, you could be doing something else, bringing in something for your family.
Yeah, I'm talking about financial wise. I am not talking about regular time. They can care less what I'm doing. Shit.
No, I financially wise, that's what I'm saying. It's all your time. You can't get that back. Your time is money.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't have a job. I'm like retired. Oh, it. So,
no, I figure.
I ain't punching nobody in their face no more. So it's just like I'm just I have time to give. It's just the finances is what's on a limited basis. That's all I was saying.
Well, it's back to that though. Time you should be compensated.
Right, and that's why I'm trying to get that out the way first before we even make future plans. And that's why I would
Holiday need to get him a computer. We need to get Holiday a computer. Everybody that screams need a computer.
Right. I got Chief. I'm working on Chief. I'm gonna hook him up. I got him. I'm just an in and out weird ass bastard, but I got you.
I'm just saying we all need everybody.
Right.
It make it a lot easier for everybody. Not everybody can just pop on. While in the middle of a stream, he can throw up his vMix, catch the Hangouts, throw it in his vMix. I can turn off my vMix and he can turn on his vMix. Or he can hang up his vMix and you can turn on your vMix. And then it just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all going to it's all going to restream. Yep. So you can
all you gotta do is pop on a little infomercial or something, or pop on a little video and hang it up. And then you just, hit the next man, be like, I'm out of here. And the next man, hey, I'm logging on. And if I can't do it, I'll call somebody else. Hey, we gonna need you to log on. If you know what I'm saying? If I can't log on, I'll at least be able to put a couple hours worth of videos up until somebody else come up or to Coach wake up or something.
We can't even really play YouTube videos no more. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We getting bammed up for that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yup. We got to do our own old videos.
I'm talking about
Our
we didn't
old
go
videos.
we didn't say fair use, posters, proclaim, all that shit, and still get flagged.
None of that shit work. Yup. None of that shit work. Especially music. When it comes to music, like that ain't gonna happen.
Music and the videos. They built this last night. They kicked us last night. It wasn't for music, bro. It was not for music.
And they still in music.
We got kicked last night for you playing somebody else's YouTube video.
Yeah, because we went a whole week playing the radio station straight through YouTube and then not get one claim.
Yeah, we ain't get no strikes. Then that next week came, shit, them motherfuckers came out of the woodworks. And they ain't even banned us for the last week. They just banned us for that week.
Yeah, they was coming through heavy. I was getting them. I ain't gonna lie, they was coming through heavy.
And that's why I told somebody last night, whenever somebody hits some music calling, they'll hit the flag button on the goddamn YouTube channel. I'm tell you.
Yeah, and YouTube, and it takes.
I'm starting to get a lot of folks. I'm starting to hear a lot of other folks talking about people playing other folks' video, not being original, plagiarism at its finest, and all this other shit. So I'm starting to see we starting to get flagged from our own people for playing other.
That's what you think happened?
Man,
you think we got flagged?
Anybody else can play a video. I can go show you right now. AP can go take a video and go play it on this video right now. They won't even touch his ass. Let me take that same video and play it on mine, and I'm gonna be flagged within 2-3 minutes in that time, bitch.
And the music, that's the BS because it's coming from a registered internet radio station. Oh yeah.
But see what they do. But what they do is they flag the music, and then because they know it's gonna stop YouTube for showing your recommendation. And so it's to slow down your. No, I'm saying even if it's your music, because some of the songs Bone said, is authentic, but people will still flag them because they know it's gonna stop your momentum. You see what I'm saying? And so and once once YouTube fix it, it's gonna be about 3 days later. So now your momentum all fucked up. Your video 3 days old. Don't nobody want to watch that shit no more. You see what I'm saying? So they got an algorithm on how they do it. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's authentic music or authentic videos, they can still flag it to slow your viewership down.
Well, YouTube
ain't gonna recommend it as much.
If I sent everybody a little thing, they print them out. Everybody go out and print them out instead of sending us some money. Go print them out. Go take that money and go print out some flyers and just give it to people that so to pass them on and get them out in the little areas. And I bet you have a big turnout because it's gonna be from every city. We already.
Well, see, I work with devices, so I could just take a device and just sign up right there. You know what I'm saying? But most of the people that ain't not gonna understand it. A lot of people ain't gonna understand it. So that's why if we, once we clean it up, we'll be able to do a lot more of that. So that way, we'll be able to get more people and also international crowd as well. You see what I'm saying?
Because people,
because I could just take people's phones. Say, hey, can you do my phone? I do your phone. I think I could sign them up, but I say, hey, I signed you up. And then once the notification comes, they got a choice to, unsubscribe or stay subscribed. And I'm talking hundreds of devices. You know what I'm saying?
Well, make it happen. Ain't no need to talk about it.
But when the people come on this shit and hear us calling them mongoloids and talking about, doing shit to them, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that to come back on my business.
But that's why I was saying from the beginning that we got to clean it up because in the end, we cannot alienate ourselves or alienate people because you're going to need different people to get this across at the end of the day. That's inevitable.
Right. And we need to talk about more issues. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about, but we ain't ready for that yet because we need to focus. You know what I'm saying? We ain't ready to talk about.
This is an issue. If you you have an issue that you think that can help Texas, and we will build on it. I build on any damn thing.
But I just feel like, like we should say focus on us and our community, more than others right now, unless we have to. You know what I mean? So our
Is that
issue
like
is
a
not
shot?
going to be
Is that
everybody's issue.
is that for me playing UK joint?
Huh?
Is that push to me playing the UK, playing all the UK joint all the time? You say
Well, no, that's our issues.
I'm saying,
No, that's our issues too.
I thought that's the only thing we was dealing with was our community. We don't tend to nobody. Them folks came over when them Raul them came over.
No, he was. I think Coach, he was speaking in reference to just like garnering interest from other cultures.
Right. Oh, you talking about like the Hebrew Israelites and Moors and different things like that?
He talking about different nationalities right off hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just
well,
take.
I got something.
Right.
Somebody keeps sending these folks passes to the back, and then these folks ain't sneaking in. Somebody's giving them. Someone's actually sending them invites into our back chats, y'all.
Yeah, because
inviting them in.
Yeah, because
that was Trent.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, don't give me that hacking stuff, because I know hackers, and when a hacker says when they take over something, they're not gonna take over a hangout. They're gonna take over your channel. They're gonna run your channel and lock you out. They're not interested in your hangout. So whoever came up with that daggone hack stuff, lying. And I bet money.
No, Trent just gave it to him.
So there ain't nobody hacked nobody. That was somebody gave that information out and sent them the link. Because you don't have to invite them. You can just give them the link and they can get in.
But I'm saying though, once they got kicked and got blocked and all that shit, the next day, boom, he was on like 4 or 5 different times.
Yeah, somebody gave him another link and let him back in.
Yeah, that was Trench.
Because I never unblocked him.
Wait a minute. So Brother Trenches, he probably sent him a link to one so he can talk to him.
But why would he do that? That don't even sound like something he would do. I mean,
he would not, bro. I don't even see him sending him the link and giving this man the
they
link
told me
all channels, bro. That man didn't do that.
No, they told me. They asked them what they doing here, why they get here. They said Aboriginal Hebrew.
You believe
everything or something like that.
Tell you?
No, but then I seen Trenches talking to him like, "What up, bro?" They just cussed.
The day
they just cussed me and Ted Carver out and called us niggas for like an hour straight, and then the next day somebody was calling them bro and shit. And I felt the kind of way, but I ain't want to take it too personal. But that's a little.
He was in one room arguing with them the same time you was in another room arguing with somebody else. This is why I'm telling you they was on all channels, bro. They was on
all the rooms at the same time.
If somebody invites you to hangouts, guess what? You can only go in that one room that they invited you to. You see what I'm saying? You can't go to another level to somebody invite you to that.
Yeah, they was in multiple chats. They was in one chat with Nonetheless in them.
They was everywhere. I blocked them all out of all them. I went through there and blocked them on all of them, kicked them out of all the pages before I went to bed.
I know, because I had to unblock them yet. That's how I know.
I blocked every last one of them before I went to bed. And I woke up that next morning.
Somebody gave him a brand new link to get back
in. They had
in.
all the links on all the platforms. I was cussing.
Now, see that one, I can't blame that on Trenches, but I do know how they got here. I can tell you that. Now, far as how they were navigating and who's their little navigator, I don't know who's that, but I know how they got here. How they got ashore this motherfucker land that we call the back chat is Brother Trenches.
No. What happened was, the brother, my homie, Sunday, no sellout. We was arguing with Root Word, and as soon as I was like, man, stop arguing with him, give him the link, let's talk to him, let's see if we can work this out and talk. And after we gave him the link, this one the time when Bones booted him. This was the next day. We was trying to have a simple conversation and got disrespectful. I booted him this time. And as soon as I booted him, Raul came right on in the door. I ain't talking about the
Brother Trench.
That one, he wasn't even on the panel, though.
Yeah,
I know, but that's how they got the link.
Hold on, bro. I make a new board every day. Damn near.
We don't use the same one. We create a brand new one every day.
And
so you think root words? Oh, okay. Well, they said Aboriginal Hebrew gave them the link. So maybe I don't know,
bro. They sitting there calling you niggas all day. Now you gonna listen to what they say? That don't.
Yeah. We never use the same link for the show. We never.
Well, I don't even know how they even know him. You see what I'm saying? Because Aboriginal Hebrew is some shit that we don't even. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit that don't even really make sense too much.
Well, I talked to Aboriginal Hebrew. I talked to him all like he said, like Thomas just said, talking to brothers and getting to learn people off
right.
YouTube. I talked to the brother. The brother is a good spiritual person. He does his thing. He not trying to, you know what I mean? He's a very good person, bro. I like the brother. I mean, whatever he got going on with whatever he believe in, that's in him. I like him as a person. I'm just gonna say that. All right, the brother's a good man.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know about nothing else, but just from talking to him.
Well, I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it with bad intentions, cause you know, I don't think he even know the history of these guys, or he even know what these guys was gonna do. I didn't even know that these guys were even that bad.
That's the back chat. They came on live while I was live, bro, and came on my.
They came on our live channel.
I heard about that. I never saw that. I never got the chance to catch that. So who all had the link then? So you know who had the
No, I'm trying to tell you, we know no Sellout put it back there for Root Word to come in. But he didn't put it in the back chat. He put it in the YouTube Messenger or some shit. And as soon as Root Word left, Raul came in. No, Khalid or whatever came in. And then next thing you know, here come Raul. You know, he's sending links to everybody. Once he got a link, he sent a link to every.
It was invaded by then.
He probably had.
Yeah,
because he probably got booted and came back in on another Raul. This nigga had about 50 Raul accounts. Why the fuck this nigga keep?
But I still haven't unblocked none of them yet, and they still coming in.
Yep. And they got 50 accounts named Raul.
Damn. And I bet you them the two motherfuckers that give us those 2 thumbs down every video.
Well, it don't matter to me. I don't care nothing about them. I don't fuck them. It's just everybody was all, when I woke up, we was in multiple rooms with them. It was a lot of energy being spent. And I went ahead and shut that shit down and tried to get on with the show.
All right, so Miss 317.
Oh yeah, so I'm about to go live. My bad, I ain't mean to cut you off. I got AP, Lightman Z, and all them in the background. They trying to do an Aboriginal cipher or some shit. So I've been sitting here putting it together since I've been talking with y'all. So
ask him, Coach. Ask him, Coach. Now you did real good. Now you definitely did that thing good, man.
Yeah, Coach coming up. I see a lot of people seeing Coach coming up, and they trying. Motherfuckers is
ain't mad at you. Go ahead now.
Yeah.
I told you.
Coach and Bones been inspiring a whole new class of people. Yeah, Coach and Bones been inspiring a whole new class of people.
Coach and Bones, keep doing your thing, man. We trying to get everybody on board, you know, like.
Well, we need to get that financial situation ASAP. We can't keep avoiding it. We got to talk about that ASAP. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be.
We figure that out.
You know what I'm saying?
We figure that out. Everything will work out great. Because the motivation is already there. There's nothing about the money. It's just we can have a way to have some insurance to make sure this shit get paid. So it won't be next month. Damn, what happened to Coach? Shit, that nigga lights off. You know what I mean? Shit. So, but that's all I'm saying.
I need to remind you of something. Excuse me? Hey.
I'm listening.
Coach, I need somebody to remind me of something now. All right. Who did y'all say? Was it Chief Holiday that I need to talk with more on the legalese, lawful side of things?
Legalese, who would that be? Oh, get with Creek Running Water. I see his email.
Okay, I
All right.
got it, but
All
I
right.
definitely need to.
Get with him. He's good with law. All right.
Okay.
But like Thomas said, I believe you were saying it's 3:17. We've been on here since 12. And I got folks calling me. So I'm about to go. Thomas, what you had to say before I leave?
That's it. I'll be sending everybody the information.
Hey, coach. Hey, coach. Hey, coach. Sometime tonight, I want to do something on Marshawn Lynch.
Okay, well, call me. You got my phone number, email, probably got my address too. Yeah, hit me up.
All right, Marshawn Lynch is the realest nigga alive right now.
Oh, man, that ain't even a real statement you just made. But all right.
Yeah. All right.
So you saying he making statements about Marshawn? Those are still statements, not real.
Hey, I still need Bones information.
When should they get these there
Bones?
Peace to the panel. Peace to
All you got to do is
the elders.
hit Bones up at tribeupnews.com. I mean, tribeupnews@gmail.com. And he'll get to it or I get to it.
And the phone?
Oh, I don't know about that. You know, a lot of people don't give out their personal phone numbers, you know.
No, he gave out his number in the beginning.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
yeah, hit Bones
But I
up.
didn't catch all that.
If he gave it out, hit him up.
Right.
I need it again though. Where you at?
He must be on. He's on mute. Y'all goofy. He on mute, so I guess he handles some business some other place.
Oh.
You know, him and Coach, they got like 15 businesses running simultaneously.
Oh, boy, this is wild.
What I miss?
I summoned you. Hey, Rachel need your phone number again, Bones. How you gonna say what I missed, and then he just gonna stay on mute? Where they do that at?
Bones.
Yeah.
Oh man, I
need that again. You did say your business line.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
She needs your phone number, your business line, your business phone number, your 7 digits, or how many other digits you got. Oh, you know, y'all got them international numbers. It might be 14 or some shit. I don't know.
I don't put it in this chat.
all right, he got you.
Anybody else got anything they want to say before we head out? Please keep it short. Thank you.
I'm good. Hopefully everything that I, put out information, is for everybody's taking, liking, links, chat, check your chat. Peace.
Yeah, I'm posting it. I'm posting it on the update too, so they'll get it. What you got, IMU? I see your hand raised.
I just want to know when we're going to get together because we've been playing phone hunt and tagging for the last week, so I wanted to get something solid.
You said you was available tomorrow. Hold on. What time tomorrow works for you?
What time works for you?
Like I told Ty, I'm good after 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So that's 3 hours earlier for me, and that would make it 11.
So is that good, or do we need to push it back?
No, we can do that.
All right, I'll go ahead and schedule that right now.
11:30. 11:30 for me, 1:30 for you, right?
Exactly.
So 1 o'clock. You want to go 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'll take care of that right now.
All right. Good.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, you gonna be free on MLK Day Monday?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna be working. I'll be at the office.
Can I get a Monday evening on your schedule? I got a new office. I'm gonna put it right over the board. I ain't gonna miss it.
Yeah, that's fine. What time?
I guess 1 o'clock if that's good. I'm Eastern time.
All right.
All right.
It's sad because you said MLK Day. I forgot Monday was a holiday for some people.
Yeah, That's the day they gave it, brother. 6 days after his birthday.
Excuse me, Coach.
Huh?
What you know about this? I'm ready and I'm improved. I'm ready, I'm proud. Blood starts red, I'm on tone. Slow on wound, without any bound. Red tone timed and I'm proud.
Who are that?
You remember that?
Yeah, it sound
You
familiar.
remember that?
Yeah, it sound familiar.
That's what she was talking about earlier.
Well, you know.
About a week or so ago.
Oh, yeah. Talking about Hey Black Child.
Yeah.
You know, Coach got that weed memory. He don't be remembering that.
Man, I'm telling you, boy, I'm up here writing on the board.
He got that weed memory. You know, sometimes he just get it, sometimes he don't.
I got you on the board, Mr. Thomas. I'll make sure I ain't gonna miss you this time.
It's all good, bro. It happens.
All right.
Like I said, like I was telling IMU.
I'm on tone, slow on wound, without even bound. Red tone, timed, and I'm proud.
Okay. On that note, I'm Aboriginal and I'm proud. I'm about to go live, so I'll be talking to you all later. Mr. Thomas, I'll see you Monday and everybody else. I'll see everyone. I got a show to do.
All right. I'll go ahead and wait for this to download and get this out to everybody. So I'll be hollering at y'all shortly.
All right. Peace.
All right. Have a good evening, y'all.